Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. We've got some post-commentary cleanup to do. We're gonna, we picked up this Stellar Crystal in the Gulls of Sanctuary. And then, everybody has, at this point in the game, all the shops have unlimited items now. So we can buy unlimited adamant razors, or unlimited, conductive liquid metals, or unlimited Stellar Crystals. And I'm gonna show some of the shops. And then we're gonna finish the factory. So this guy in these ruins has unlimited myriad branches for you, if you want them. And then we're actually going to we're gonna finish the factory and the rare items in this video. So this guy in the desert has unlimited roses of passions, and again, in case that's what you want. This guy has unlimited Trumpets of Glory, if you want them. He has Stellar Crystals as well, or he has Stellar Crystals. The Insectron shop also has unlimited Stellar Crystals. No. The Insectron shop also sells Edencia, or Edencia. I mean, it sells all this good stuff. Nebula Opals. So, there are some other places you can buy things. Anything that had one of something now has Endless. So, we're going to show all of the blueprints that are left. And of course, the shop in Picassio's lab now has endless raw materials. It also has endless myriad branches and stuff like that. So here's the Sword of Frozen Fate, which I believe is a weapon for Zegrum. I am not sure. I cannot remember. I cannot remember. Oh my. So it's this video is literally just gonna be factory recipes, me talking to people, and picking up rare items. That's all it's gonna be. All of it. Oh, no. That is a 7-star sword. I am sorry. Later, in other post-commentary videos, I'm actually going to be doing I did like 10 hours of gameplay, and I ground all the 7-star swords up to their final forms. I mean, it's ridiculous. That's what all the Sabelugas are for. Is they combine really well with the 7-star sword to, or not Sabelugas, adamant razors. The adamant razors will combine all the way up with the 7-star swords. So, but I'll just go through and show the combinations. I'll show where I cash in enemies. Although probably what I'm gonna do with this game is I will probably make, because there's 200 and something, like 212 or something like that. I will actually probably clip together where to find every enemy in this game, and just make an enemy guide, because I'm trying to be as thorough as possible, and that's super helpful, because some of these things are really hard to find. So now that we have things like, because one of these recipes needs 10 Stellar Crystals, another needs 10 conductive liquid metals, like that's what really keeps you from finishing this before kind of where we're at. Just the conductive liquid metals, you can only get whatever the shop limit is. So, they really set it up so you have to pick and choose. And the pain about this is you're not making people's ultimate weapons. You're just making weapons. Like, at this point in the game, we haven't really, So, there's the Dreadnought cannons. They're a thing. So, those are, obviously hands for, what's his name? I don't remember the characters' names, it's been so long since I played this game. I seriously recorded 30 videos ahead. So if you look at the description of the things you've made, it says where they're sold, which is really nice. Now, it's a 7-star sword, so you can't buy it, clearly. But yeah, so you can always check once you've made something. and just see where to pick it up, which is really cool, especially with the shields and stuff. I don't even remember what we're making here. So yeah, so anyway, what happened was, oh, we're making the off-the-hook CD case. So what happened here was, so I recorded like 30 videos in advance so I would have time for all of this grinding, and then I did all this grinding, and now I've actually played all of those, or uploaded all of those videos. It's like a week before this video will go up. So that's how long. It's been like 2 months since I played this game. I mean, 30 videos is 45 days, right? It would have been nice had I, you know, I was probably still playing all the same games I'm playing now, because they're all on, like, video 60. But... and there's no end in sight for a lot of them. Spyro's almost done. So, here is the off-the-hook CD case. Well, it's coming. I mean, we have to, you know, actually make it. So yeah, I mean, at this point in the game, this is free. You know, it's just all about setting up the factory and running the stuff through. And running around to the shops and buying the things that you need, because a few things, some of the circuits and such, can really be a pain. Alright, so the Sword of Vivid Moonlight. Now this is for Zegrom. That much I know. Well, I mean, really. A lot of the swords are pains in the butt. You have to, because you have to get smelters in there, and smelters with their cooling fans and the form presses can be they're a pain. Especially if you have to get like 2 of them in. Or 3. Like, if it needs, like, conductive liquid metal, Iserium alloy, and... I can't believe how many of these things I remember the names for, actually, now that considering... But, I mean, I've really played a lot of this game. We're on video 120, I think. And this video has 0 chance of finishing before Dragon Quest VIII did. Or this game. There's no way I'm getting it under 145 videos. No way. Alright, so the Crescent Moon, the Sword of Vivid Moonlight. So now we have that. So, we do have 2 bug cages to do. And they're really easy. The only problem is you need a lot of myriad branches for them. So they're seriously just this. They're just myriad branches plus an electronic thing. Well, in one case they're an electronic thing, and in another case they're like a mechanical thing or something. So, yeah, that's how that goes. So, ta-da! Success! The rearing cage 3. Oh, I guess we need 1 trap and 1 rearing cage. Like, that's how that's going. So, yeah. We'll be doing that. So, a myriad branch plus a walkie-talkie. We have to change some equipment in the setup then. Without a doubt. Alright. So yeah, we need a disassembler instead of a washer this time. That's our difference. Alright. So there we go. Success. The Insector cage. Or Insector Trap, I'm sorry. The third Insector Trap. So, we're getting there. We've still got a ways to go. That's... so Strong Sacred Shield. These items are kind of pointless at this point. I mean, the idea that, like, the Dew Shield, or the Dewish Shield, or the Dewish... Like, the idea that we would need any more shields. I don't even use the ones I have, really. It's not... But we have to build it, because there is an item for finishing it up. For finishing up the factory, anyway. Well, an outfit. It's outfits. That's all you get, is outfits. And the outfit for the factory isn't worth it. It's so not worth it. So, like... But then, one of the items in the factory is actually one of the rare items, so you have to do that. Some of the stuff is. I mean, you get 2 7-star swords for it. Well, I mean, I don't remember if Alexander's a 7-star sword or not. So a shard of ancient sword, the Acceleron shard, we can get these. You'll get these before this. I don't know. I mean, the item increasing things, like hyper crystals, seem pretty worthless to me in the game. I mean, you do so much grinding in this game. If you're just running through this as fast as you can, sure, it makes sense. But yeah, it's if you're me and what you're doing is taking your time and playing a game for 130 hours to get everything you possibly can, well, then guess what? It doesn't really matter. You don't really have to, you know, you don't really have to use items to expand the parameters of the things that you're working with. So there we go! The Acceleron Shard. Alright, the Hide from Beasts. Now this is actually one of the few useful items that comes out of the factory. This thing will actually, like, this is the shield you would equip to get no encounters. Which is huge because, you know, we're about to run around and talk to a bunch of people. So we'll have this equipped all the time. If you're an LPer, and what you're trying to do is show a bunch of stuff all over the map, then you definitely want this item. Now, if you're grinding up your swords, it's useless. But, hey. Because, yeah, I had to do it was a ton of running around. I had a, like, 20-minute video just on one rare item, because the guy you have to talk to is in the Gladius Towers, and I couldn't find him to save my butt. It was ridiculous. So, Stealth Guard. Stealth Guard is huge. It's so huge. At least for collection. Otherwise, it's... Man, it really seems like we skipped some stuff. Oh, no, we cleaned out. We cleaned out, those 2 bug cages and stuff, or the bug cage and the bug trap. Like, the Acceleron Shard. It's right. If I skipped a recipe, forgive me. You know, these just, I guess, let me know in the comments, but I don't... You'd have to go through all the factory videos, and it's going to be like the factory run of this game is going to be like 6 videos of just factory recipes. I mean, we had that one where it was just 8 on the same setup. I just have to trust that my save files match up. Which, speaking of which, I don't even remember what save file I'm playing on. I hope I show myself saving in my last post-commentary video recording. Because I'm going to start playing, I mean, it's the weekend, so I'm going to start playing here pretty soon. So the Heavenly Guide Bow. So the last thing we have to do is the Mage Robot Betty, which is the Mechanical Oddjobber. And that's our rare item. And the biofeedback circuit is the thing in this that you can't get until way late. So that's the thing that kind of bottlenecks you and keeps you from building this thing right away. And the rare items only show up in the captain's quarters. Like, that's their purpose. That's the thing they do. It's the only thing that they do. So, yeah. So we'll be going through that. Alright, so that's our last rare item. Alright. Or our rare item out of the factory. Okay, so we have 4 of them. We need 5 more. I actually had to, I had to mute the mic there to tell a little kid to get away from me. He's adorable. My niece's son. Okay, so here we go. We completed the factory. Hooray. So we get Iserium armor, which is, you know, it's awful. It's awfully rare, but it's awful as well. It's ugly. So there we go. We're 95% done with our quarries. The frog log, there's a certain amount of frog log things we have to do. And we're gonna get all that done during the grinding for the swords. So we're gonna show the armor, and you'll be disappointed because all of Steve's stuff looks the same. It's all garbage. It's just like it's kind of body model changes, but not even really. It's almost just to like get like palette swaps for him, and that's a shame. And by the way, don't feel all like don't get all crazy about the fact that I told a little kid to get away from me. I'm gonna go be playing with that little kid in 6 minutes. I mean, like, I actually really love my niece's kids. It's just that they came over in the middle of a they know that I'm recording. They need to be quiet. And then I will be spending time with them during the hour and a half it'll take this video to process. It actually doesn't take an hour and a half. It takes more like 45 minutes. And then I'll have all this editing to do on the next one. So we talked to this guy, and he says I was walking down the street. Some guy suddenly stole my doll. Like, so, and he went inside the factory. So there's that. That adds information to our info edge. Now he talks about a doll, but it's a mug. Like, so my superior at work seems a bit off kilter lately. He comes to work at a total rage and then hangs around in front of Dr. Picassio's office carrying a strange doll. That doll, I bet he keeps it hidden somewhere in the factory. It's in Picassio's office, and again, it's not a doll. It's a mug.
I feel like I could run forever.
Yeah, well, you can't run forever. So there's something hidden in the cardboard box, and it adds information to the info edge. And we got the character mug. Again, not a doll, it's a mug. Unless there's a translation issue, and it's supposed to be character doll. So I forget to, there's one of these that I forget to show the description of, and I'm sorry for that. So yeah, so that's how all of these are unlocked. You talk to the right people, and you add info to the info edge, and then you follow a trail of clues, essentially. So, where you fight the Lapagnan Mammoth, this guy, if you come back later, this guy's standing there, and he'll yell at us. Oh dear, what a waste. Thanks to your reckless behavior, the Lapagnan Mammoth bones fell. Its tusks are extremely rare. Now they're gone, you idiots! So, if we go down to ground level, a woman will tell us about all the stuff falling out of the sky and where it went. And that's the point. Her name is Linda. When I looked up at the towers, this huge mass of stuff, and a couple of Mio fans cleaned up the mess, took it to the prison waste disposal area, which she just tells you. It's not even, you know, follow the clues. You just have to go to where that giant salamandery thing is. And, there you go. So now we have the, we will have the Lapagnan mammoth tusks, or whatever. Or just the tusk. So there's that. We have 3 to go. Alright. Now, I forgot to talk to this guy with Zegrum. And, that was the key to getting this to work. And somebody in the comments put it in there. Like, how long until you realize you didn't talk to him with Zegrum. And, I didn't realize that I came back and talked to him with everybody. So, and then he'll say, the reason I can read your minds is because of my trusty mirror of truth here. But to be honest, I'm tired of being a mind voyeur. Here, you can have this. And he gives us the mirror of truth. And that's the one I forgot to look at the description for. So there we go, 2 left. So, this guy in Johannesburg, right over here. He's obnoxious. He remembers a little bit every time. Oh, I can't remember. I'm sure I received something from her, but I can't remember who she was. Do you know anything about her? And you just have to keep asking him. Oh, I can't remember. Like, and he'll just say, like, he adds more stuff to what he says until he finally remembers. The nice woman I spoke with on the hill. Like... Yeah, and so he stole a necklace, and he got scared, and he ditched it. Like, that's essentially, like, where he's going with this. Yeah, in front of the house. So, yeah, in a flower pot. And there's actually, it's the house next to hers. So, well, next to, you know, Joanna's.
Be careful. I sense something.
And it's right here. There's a flower pot. Boom. There's something glimmering inside. And, yep, obtained Shishka's necklace. All right. Well, I mean, anyway. So, one left. One left. And, this one, we actually have to go, to the desert ruins. And, you have to look at my map, but along this wall is this guy. It's only a rumor, but they say a sword from the, era of the Star King is buried somewhere, because text is too fast. And we have to go back to where we fought the boss of the labyrinth.
Okay.
And there's this guy walking around for no reason. Found the sword. It's yours. Like, and now we have the Lavanda blade, which is the Star King sword, or a. It's not a weapon. It's just a rare item. So now we have them all. Bye, everybody.